I guess I just asked the questions others don't. Like, I was curious what was the best 120 frames per second in the Canon R5, because there's 3 different ones to choose from. I thought, hey, maybe the full HD, maybe it's, oversampled, and maybe it's, really good. The crop's good. The full HD, But then it got me thinking, how does the full HD in the R5 compare to the full HD in the EOS R? Because I've been using full HD in the EOS R for, well, up until I kind of switched to the R5, so. And the EOS R does have 4K, but there was a crop, so I was using the 1080 for everything that was like, super wide, like hey, I'm filming this on the R5 right now in 1080. Is it 1080? Full HD. I don't know, whatever. But the good news here is there wasn't a huge quality difference. The R5, when you account for like my framing mess up, they're about equal. Like the R5, I accidentally framed a little bit closer. I don't know how that happened, but so like it looks a little sharper when you really zoom in, but like it kind of had an advantage of, I would say like the full HD on the R5 is the exact same quality as the full HD on the EOS R. Maybe with some advantages to the R5 when it comes to auto ISO and auto white balance. Like the R5, its metering is more advanced, it is better, so it has an advantage there, but other than that, the full HD, very comparable between the two. Crop, let's talk about crop. I did a very scientific test with the R5. I set it up like this, and I tested all of the different video modes, like the image stabilization, how much that's cropping in, the crop mode, how much like that's cropping in. I don't need notes. This is not me looking at my notes. Digital Stabilization 1 took my 15mm focal length and made it look more like a 17mm focal length. So, only lost a couple millimeters. That's not bad. Digital Stabilization number 2, 21mm-ish. This is hardly scientific. This is me putting the camera here and don't worry about it. But 21mm, okay. So you lose 5-6 millimeters now. Okay, this is a bit of a compromise, but Digital Stabilization number 2, it's pretty stable. And with that crop, you get rid of that wobble in the 15. So now the crop mode. The crop mode takes your 15mm, turns that to a 23mm. When you add the crop and the stabilization, it's a 27mm. And if you go to stabilization number 2, 35mm. So your 15mm lens, this 15mm right here, it turns into this. This is way too tight, but so in case you're curious about the R5 and the stabilization, what that does to your crop, that's what it does. If you have the crop mode on and then add the stabilization, what's up? Well, this is just something to kind of note, right? So crop mode, stabilization number 1. Let's say 28mm. So 28mm, that's not too bad, just you can still vlog at 28mm. This is arm's length, it's a bit tight, but so if you're using the crop mode plus the digital image stabilization, you're kind of cutting it close. 23mm, so just the crop mode. Let's go to 24. 24 is okay. I can deal with this. This is okay. I guess the play here. The play is 17. So like, because this right here, so this is like if you didn't have a crop and you had image stabilization digital 1, so it's kind of cropping in just a little bit, but that's also going to get rid of some of the wobble. 15mm IBIS, it does that weird thing, something about wide angles and IBIS, but so image stabilization 1 kind of gets rid of that wobble. This is still very wide, very vloggable. I think that's the play. So, can you not see this pimple right here? Because it's just HD and not 4K. Do I look better because of the not 4K? Maybe. I don't know. You tell me. But yeah, those are the questions I had, and I had to answer them myself because no one else made a video on any of those questions. At least not one I could find. I'm just gonna edit this quick and upload it. So until next time, peace.